Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to the Red God Tarot. I am Nikita. Today, we are doing the energy updates for August 2021. We are going to take a bit of reference from astrology, some things I have channeled, and then we are also going to get into tarot and oracle cards. Stay till the very end for the announcement about who has won, which zodiac sign has won the bonus reading from getting the maximum views and likes in July. So on this channel, for the energy updates, you will be getting like this monthly overview. You'll also be getting readings for the full moon and new moon, which are valid for at least a month, if not more. All right, at this time, I would like to remind all of you that time and energy is fluid. So, we are putting certain incidents under the microscope and magnifying it. We are going to be looking at things, but then there is your mundane day to day. And so, for that, I have been putting up your daily messages. Please let me know if you are enjoying that. If you have not yet checked it out, please do that, because I will continue that for this month as well. But if it is not something that you guys like, I am going to discontinue doing the morning guidance. For love, there is a lot of stuff. um, on this channel we have specific readings for how does someone feel or who is coming towards you, what's going on in your relationships. So there is zodiac wise, then there is also situation wise. So if you are someone who is in love with someone but do not know how they feel, there are readings for that. If you are recently broken up, divorced, separated, there are readings about that. If you are in a complicated situation such as 3 party, 4 party, any of that, all of that, you will find a reading. You'll just have to go to the playlist and look them up. Also, we have a very cute little segment, mostly posted at night, for the romantics of heart, for channeled messages from the person who's most on your mind, and you can find that under the love shots. Then the best part is, which you will not find anywhere else, at least not thus far, is according to your birth date there is going to be reading. So if you tie up your zodiac reading along with your birth date reading, you should get a very comprehensive reading. If you also go into your moon sign, which actually talks about your emotional state or how you're experiencing your life, that will give you a even deeper insight. Now remember that not each and every message might be for you, but most of them should resonate. They might be already playing out, they might play out in the next few days or in the coming weeks. A lot of my predictions happen a few months, even couple of months. A lot of things that are now happening since 2020, I had channeled many years ago. So if you do remember, please come back and recheck your readings, because they might not apply as you're watching it, but you will by and by understand. And the purpose of that is to understand what you have to learn, what do you have to let go, what do you have to change, so that you can lead your best life. All right, and everything on this channel comes from love, and because love is where all great things are born from. So let's get started, and I will announce the zodiac sign that is getting a bonus reading at the end of this. So in August, our season Leos, happy birthday to all my fellow Leos. The sun is in our sign, and which means this month is going to be heart centered, loving, generous, magnanimous, larger than life, all that Leo represents: fame, success, golden opportunities, extravagance, all that and more is going to be the theme of pretty much August. All right. And then, of course, the sun moves into Virgo, and we'll come to that. But right now, happy birthday, my fellow Leos. I'm so excited. It's our season finally. The Cancer season was sappy. I love you, Cancerians, but there was too much water work everywhere, tumultuous. Even the skies have been bursting, haven't they? Europe is flooded, China is flooded, a whole bunch of places in India got flooded. It's just been water everywhere. So, what is going to happen in August? First, like I said, it is Leo season, but also last month we had Mars and Venus in Leo, and now Venus has transitioned into Virgo. So Virgo's attention will be, or wherever your placement in Virgo is where certain, money issues or getting a makeover and all those kind of things will be taking place for the Virgos. Watch your zodiac reading, Virgos. All right, it's going to be significant. uh, Mars is still going to be in Leo for at least another 2 weeks. That brings a lot of passion and energy. It's Mars and the Sun together. That's a lot of fire. I do expect fire as, global fires, like places catching fire, forest fires, things like that. I'm expecting that to take place. Yes, in our bodies there might be things such as boils, abscesses, high blood pressure might be there for a lot of people. I just heard brain aneurysm for someone. It's not for everybody, definitely, but for someone, you might get a news of someone getting brain aneurysm. Nosebleeds, be careful of. I'm just seeing that right now. There's Mercury that is moving, that has entered Leo as well. So, a lot of dramatic flair, oration, a lot of grand declarations, maybe of love, and I'll tell you exactly why as we are going down. So there might be declarations of love, and there will be a lot of passionate speeches. Also can be fights and arguments because Mars, remember. So be careful that you moderate your speech and that you say what you mean. That is going to be quite the theme this month. All right. So one of the first celestial events, as far as I know, or I have made my notes, is the new moon on 8th. So look out for the reading at that time. And the new moon is happening on the 8th, which is also the Lion's Gate, right? It's that portal, and that happening with the Sun and Mercury and Mars being in Leo. Expect grand, something extravagant. Just be careful that you're not too much in your ego. Be careful with your solar plexus issues, especially if you're someone who has digestive issues. There might be emotional outbursts at this time. So this month, be slightly careful with how you are communicating, how you are reacting. I'm just checking to see if you're still recording. I'm sorry, I changed my location to see how this works, but because of the lighting, I don't know if you can even see me clearly, and my ring light is really far away from me. And I know for a fact that the cards will be seen much better, right? So I'm in two minds. Should I just light up the whole room or not? But maybe you should see me, right? Give me a moment. Is that better? I hope it is better and I didn't ruin a good film lighting. All right, so new moon and the Lion's Gateway portal on the 8th, and then I have already spoken about Mars and Mercury in Leo. All right, now at this time, and not just for this time period, always keep a track of where your south node and north node are at for individual, so that where your south node is where you are being asked to detach and to let go, right? And north node is that which we are resisting, but we are supposed to embrace and allow the change to come inside. So um there is going to be a period of a lot of regeneration. All right, a lot of cycles have been ending out. It has been going on for last several years, and right now as well, you're going to find suddenly a shift in your perspective, in your life, in your relationships, and things that you thought is the way it is going to go on and on and on, and this is how it has always been. It's not true. We are going to be facing, and for the next 2 to 3 years we are going to be experiencing a lot of changes, a lot of death and rebirth, right? The akashic records that I look at Pluto as, his book of records is what we call the akashic records. That's how I look at Pluto. It is being rewritten, readjusted according to your karma. Several countries are facing all these floods and destruction because some 1,000 year cycles, or even older than that, it's cleansing, it's washing off a whole bunch of bad karma. Then there are some countries where people are not evolving. They do not care about anyone other than themselves, and as long as they are not in financial trouble or health trouble, they do not stand up, they do not protest. They are still in the mindset of being ruled rather than governed. Okay, and they are going to go through a kind of destruction in a couple of years, maybe. We'll come to that when we come to that. But I would encourage at least my followers, please find it within yourself to be generous and kind. You know, be it with energy exchange, donations, sharing someone's videos that are made with so much love and hard work, giving all my videos, including this one, a thumbs up. And if you haven't yet subscribed, please subscribe. I forgot to say that spiel. So we have to work on becoming better, and I'll tell you exactly why. Leo, the opposite house to us, is Aquarius. Leo is the heart, the generous, the magnanimous, the caring, the larger than life, and opposite us is Aquarius, which is about the collective, which is about future, which is about innovations and technology, right? Aquarius is about, you are not the only one, we all are connected. If the farmers in my country are suffering, when the time for harvest comes, there will be no harvest, and then we will have no food. When we do not support our laborers, or we do not support people who we think, what does it have to do with me? You'll find indirect effect directly in your life. Every one of us is connected, and when we don't stand up to fight for other people's rights violation, soon there will be no one to fight for us when our rights are violated, right? So with Aquarius, right now there is Saturn there. I wonder who's the god of karma, who brings us our hardest lessons. That's Saturn. He brings us our lessons, right? He is in retrograde in Aquarius at this time, and so is Jupiter. Jupiter magnifies everything. So, the needs, the thoughts of the collective will definitely be magnified by Jupiter, but also he just might magnify the harsh lessons Saturn is bringing to us. Now, what else is in Aquarius? I seem to have forgotten to write that. Anywho's, at this time, we have to be careful not to become careless, be it with our inner work, with our karma, be it diligence and consistency with our work, because we may start feeling languid and wanting to take a break, and a lot of the energies will be slightly romantic or vacation, wanting to take a break. But Saturn is in retrograde and not permanently. Neither is Jupiter. It's like Snape from Harry Potter. Snape, who's Saturn, and Dumbledore, who's Jupiter, have gone for a secret meeting. They aren't sleeping, they haven't resigned. They're going to be back, and they gave you work before they went into retrograde. What was the work? To revise what has been happening from, say, 2017 or 2019 in the least in your life. What are you being directed to do? Where do you need to declutter? What do you need to review? Where do you need to change your perspective? Where do you need to get disciplined? Where do you need to be more hardworking or consistent? With Jupiter, where do you need to learn? Where do you need to change your perspective? Where do you need to grow and expand? And they are going to come back, and you'll get your test. You will not get a warning. You will be tested. And those who sail through that test will enter the next portal. They will enter the next dimension. They will reap the rewards. This is up to you, right? So, now with Saturn, Jupiter, Pluto, and Neptune all in retrograde. Neptune was in Pisces in retrograde, might be transitioning into Aries. I'm so sorry, I am not very clear on that. I should have written according to each planet, shouldn't I? My bad, sorry. What Neptune does is not only that we need to deep dive where your biggest and oldest fears are, which a lot of us are purging through our dreams at this time, but also introduces us to those parts we have buried way down. It is also where some of our deepest intuitions and spiritual gifts reside. But for that, you have to go through emotions and dark night of the soul, or any kind of using your intuition to discern between what is real, what is not, what is an illusion, and what is actually there. So with Neptune in retrograde, you might find yourself lost in a lot of daydreaming and fantasies of supra success and magnificence or something of that kind. It might also make you extremely lost in a romantic if I can talk, daydreams. You might, because with Leo Venus having just left Leo, Mars still being here with a certain, the new moon energy coming in there, the emotions that are going to come up and declarations of love. There might be a lot of cases where people will start believing they have found the one, and they are love at first sight or any such situation. So unless you are grounded, unless it's real, unless the intention is actually love, you know this cycle can lead you into a huge disappointment or disillusionment. So don't be in a hurry, even though the Mars energy might be kind of getting you on your horse and wanting to go, go, go. Some people might have realized who they're actually in love with, and that they have already wasted a lot of time, all right, and so they might be making a comeback. So there might be a lot of reconciliations, but again, the red flags, what you went through. So at this time, don't get trapped by sweet words. Again, look for actions, be patient, look at the consistency of what someone is doing. If they say they will do something, are they gonna do it? If not, you're just wasting your time. All right. A good news for a lot of my Leos: romance or new jobs or wealth or all of that might be coming your way, and that goes for Virgos as well, my dear. So we need to be careful of being too dreamy, of procrastination, of postponing things, of delaying decisions, because Neptune might create that illusion that there's more than enough time, and snap, before you know it, you've lost the golden opportunity and the gates are closed. All right. Now, another thing I want all of you to figure out is where in your natal chart is your Chiron. Okay, yes, Chiron is in retrograde at this time again, but once you find the placement of Chiron in your natal chart, you can figure out where your deepest wounds from your past life as well as from your childhood, a lot of your inner child wounding is going to be in that placement. If you don't know what inner child is, please Google or go to another YouTube channel to figure it out, because it's very essential to take time to heal your inner children. All right, as a hypnotherapist, I cannot emphasize it, how important it is for you to be fully integrated with your inner children, how concerning it is that we are leading such fragmented lives without even realizing, and then we keep repeating patterns and traumas. All right. So Chiron right now is in Aries, right? So it is bringing up old wounds and childhood issues, health issues, which might be coming up again and again for you to align. Use crystals, use herbs, use homeopathy, use affirmations, use chakra alignment, unless it is something such as serious as a congenital disease or a chronic issue. If it is something as simple as ascension symptoms which pass in 2 to 3 days, you can always use any of these many tools to come back into your balance and heal yourself naturally. All right. So apart from that, now Uranus is still in Taurus. Uranus is the change bringer, the harbinger of change, and he likes to do a sudden, unpredictable change. I don't know whether to be scared or to be excited about this August and September, because I'm a Leo sun sign, my moon sign is Taurus, and all my important planets are in Virgo. I'm a Sagittarius rising. Why should that concern me? Well, that's where the North Node is right now. So everything is indicating changes, big, dramatic, who knows. So we are definitely going to see unusual activities. They are going to probably be earthquakes. Last time I had predicted about the floods. You can go and also check out my annual reading. It is pinned to the top on my channel when you go to the home page, and you can check it out there. But it was mostly in my audios that I had talked a lot about the natural disasters, and what I'm seeing right now is a lot of storms, earthquakes, volcanoes in some places, sandstorms definitely. It is basically the air, the earth, and the fire. So things connected to that are definitely going to be taking place. Also, what we are going to find is unexpected uh, stoppage, no, halting of plans. uh, like your travel plans might have to be changed because suddenly borders might get closed or travel might be denied. um, if there might be sudden altercations, I'm hoping not between countries. All right. um I do see a lot of issues with fire that might come up, so please be careful. Every night before retiring, make sure your electrical gadgets, your gas stoves are switched off. Take precautions, right? So we also, around this new moon, we might get massive headaches. There might be a lot of mental stress, like I said, overthinking for some people, and for others there might be jumping without thinking or rushing in to do something which might then lead to regret later on. But also, at this time, we are fully supported in bringing about changes in our life. If you've been wanting to start an exercise regime, change your diet, drink more water, uh, get back onto your hobby, or start your YouTube channel, start your own business. You have been thinking about it for several months. All right, I'm not saying it is just something that has just occurred to you. You have been thinking, planning, you might be gathering your material together. You have been investing, for example, be the decks or my ring light or my camera or my mic. It took a bit of time to accumulate everything and get things ready for me to kind of relaunch my channel, uh, to be more consistent and to treat it very, very seriously. Which, to be honest, earlier this was more of a hobby or something I felt I was pushed to do it. But now I realize, as we are going closer and closer to 2022 and 2023, it is extremely essential that my words reach more and more people so they can have a fair chance to change, to mend their ways, because there is going to be a huge shift and change, and for some, even an apocalypse. I put it out there. All right. So, this is a good time to bring about those healthy changes. If you have been someone who has been afraid of speaking up or asserting yourself, or you want to become independent from your parents, or you want to pursue a dream, a goal based on your passion or something that you're really good at, all right? But their focus has been only on stability and money, but that is not something that inspires you. This is the time to find your inner courage. Or if you have been in love with someone and you've just been too cowardly to express yourself, this would be the time to go out unconditionally, just express yourself, all right? Because even if they do not reciprocate, you will not live with the regret that perhaps I should have tried. Your love is yours. The rejection, the hurt affects your ego. Your love is not affected. You realize how much you have, right? Go express yourself without fears, without expectations as well. Okay. So, when Mars also moves into Venus, there is going to be a lot of grounding of energies of love, of relationships which are deep, genuine, heart based, with good intentions towards each other. You might be able to ground that relationship into a proper commitment, be it you give each other promise rings, or you go into a live-in relationship, or you propose a marriage or get engaged, whatever is your thing. A lot of relationships will become serious and ground the energies in this physical plane of existence. um, this is a wonderful time for those of you who have been and who have put in the groundwork, the research, and like I said, gathering material, the raw material, whatever, to start your own business once Mars moves into Virgo. Um, Now, towards the end of this month is also going to be a time where there'll be third eye activations or expansions. For those who already have the third eye open, you will be able to discern what is real, what is false, what is the truth, and what was lies, what was an illusion versus what is a reality. So if there is a politician who has promised so and so, you will be able to see at that time how false or how it was for an ulterior motive, that they had no intention of ever fulfilling a promise. According to a previous channeling of mine, there is going to be some amount of political upheaval. The word that had kept coming to me at that time was chakka jam, and I did not at that time receive too much clarity what that is all about. But something might bring things to a standstill, and a lot of people are going to start seeing the truth about your governments, about their agendas, about the big pharma, a lot of other things as well. And those who have been in a lot of resistance all this while being guided to bring about changes, are going to find tower moments and forceful changes being brought about in their lives at this time. All right. So those were according to astrological. My camera is today in such a bizarre position. I don't know how you can continue seeing my candle. Yay! I read God. All right. Thumbs up, please. So, let's get started. I'll just take a quick sip of water. we'll go first with the themes, what might be happening apart from the astrological energy wise. And like I said, maybe this is a good time to explain, be it astrology, or if it is tarot. Energy is extremely fluid and it affects you as per waves. So the wave showers will experience something sometimes months before a certain group called the twin flames or the light workers, the star seeds. Then it goes on to this another layer of the people, and then into the collective. So you will have to kind of time it for yourself. So if I have said your symptom is going to be about stomach, and from when I have uploaded or when you have watched my reading, see the time difference. When I have said this is going to be the symptoms, your third eye, feeling magnetic over here, tingles, feeling itchy, or when I have said, you'll be getting downloads, and I say that it's your crown chakra, or when I say you're getting downloads and you'll be getting massive headaches which feel more like pointed pain in certain places, right, where the activation takes place, or your neck pain. So you'll have to time yourself for a couple of months, and you'll know exactly where whatever I'm predicting right now or channeling right now, when it will play out for you. Okay, so that is one way of how you can predict when it will happen for you. Or the other thing is to come back a couple of times, beginning of the month, middle of the month, and towards the end of the month, to see where you are at. Especially, yes, I definitely focus on most of my readings from a romantic point of view. But for example, if I have said a brand new love is going to come into your life, look for what was the amazing unexpected thing that happened around that time. Did someone interview you? Did you get a job opportunity? Did you get a sudden visit and received great amount of love and gifts from an aunt who is living in some other country, right? So we are going to now get into the main themes for this beautiful, gorgeous August. And one more, please. Thank you. Oh, did I not say it? Oh, did I not say it? Oh, meet my mini cauldron. She's very heavy. Can you see her? We are going to pull out one word. This is going to tell you what your main focus throughout this month. This is something you have to learn during this month. You have to make it. Okay. Joy. Can you see it? There you go. Joy. So you have to this month focus on writing your gratitude list, because people have asked me, and I have been doing, earlier I used to do workshops and especially focus on sacred sexuality as well as happiness. So one of the things about happiness is, if you make your happiness tied up to a certain achievement, a certain milestone, when I have this and then I will be happy, or that will give me happiness, if so and so accepts my love offer, I'll be happy. You'll never be happy. Happiness is a decision. You have to focus on what you have already been gifted by the universe. Make the most of that, pass it forward, pay it forward, and choose to be in a state of joy no matter what is happening on the outside. If you get, I'm not saying you can be positive and happy and joyful all the time. It is about how quickly can you come back to your ground zero, your zero reset point, right? And again find the drive. A few days back, when I was getting my brand new spanking downloads, and there was this huge expansion, whatever, and very few of the Vaishos even have received it, and it lasted 3 days. There was one of those days where I wanted to just give up everything. It brought up so much dejection and so much sadness and all of that. But you have to know this is surfacing for you to thank for the lessons they bring to you, and then you release them. You are supposed to let it go with gratitude. Even your toughest lessons in life, they come from time period of pain and struggle and challenges, right? What would you write in your autobiography if everything was just fluid and hunky-dory? That's what I always say, right? So we have 5 chakra cards. These are all chakra decks, and we'll just get started in 2 seconds. Let me get started with the theme for this month. While I'm shuffling, what you have to remember is all through the excitement, the upheavals, the changes, the new coming, you getting suddenly motivated to get started on your relationship, or your business, or multiple things needing your attention this month, you have to remember to breathe. You have to remember to take a pause. You have to make time for meditation, for grounding yourself, for recharging your batteries, for allowing your soul, your higher self, your spirit guides to communicate with you. Because the brand new beginnings are here, yes, but you need to be able to anchor it. You need to be able to integrate them. You need to be able to recharge your battery so you don't get a burnout. Breathing also is an indication that maybe your heart chakra needs to be more open. I find a lot of people think they are good. They think they are loving or generous, but they are not. They are very conditional. They are very self-centered. They have very and like I said, heart chakra. Yes, they have this illusion about that they are very good, open-hearted people, but they are not. Their hearts are very closed off. Their love itself is very conditional. They only want to take, they never want to give. They never want to gift someone for no rhyme or reason, or to someone who cannot maybe return that favor. If they are giving things to their servants, it will be torn things, hand me downs, worn out, never brand new. All right, they'll have very closed hearts, and if they still don't listen, well, they will get heart issues sooner or later, won't they? So the second card, of course, that had to come. It's a happy birthday. So the theme for this month is also happy. A lot of good things are going to be taking place. There might be abundance. You might be receiving gifts. Leos, you might be receiving gifts, a lot of them in fact, and there might be dreams, there might be emotions. You might find something that you have been trying to figure out how to make it work. The key to a door that you have been not able to open thus far. You might suddenly receive it, right? And it will just set you free, and you'll be so happy. You'll be flitting and like a butterfly because you've completed your transformation. There's going to be kundalini and higher heart kind of a love. There might be someone who keeps coming back into your life. It's like an infinity loop. They might be coming back. There might be opportunities for communication. And oh my, I just told you with the astrological, a lot of us are going to be meeting our soulmates. Of course, soulmates are not always romantic. We all know that, right? Anyone we keep reincarnating in the same soul group in very close, intimate relationships such as parents, siblings, our best friend, our best enemy, our mentors. They are all our soulmates. But listen, Linda, honey, I'm going to talk about romantic love. Well, because here is the King Emperor Penguin, and might I say, those of you who are fans of Gotham, I'm totally smitten with Penguin any which way. So, yeah. The Penguin is someone. We don't know I don't know how true it is, but the scientists who study them say that they partner up for life, and if their spouse dies, they also kind of go through depression and not eat and stuff like that. But they also kind of have a kink of necrophilia. Did you know that? Okay, and look at what the Emperor Penguin is holding. The key. Can you see the keyhole here and the key right here? And they've come out next to each other. And that's going to change everything in a good way. So a lot of you, there might be love, and it's the angels, it's your ancestors, it's your spirit guides, and especially if you've been manifesting, they're going to be trying to bring, of course, some people are afraid, and so they go into resistance and all that. So if they are going to listen or not are going to be up to them, but they're kind of pushing those who are meant to be together to come together at this time. All right. So what we are being advised at this time is to anchor the blessings we are receiving, to anchor the joy, anchor the inspiration. We need to spend time in nature. We need to get grounded. Now, if you do not know the grounding exercise of visualizing roots coming out of your body and going through the earth right to the center of earth, and imagining those roots wrapping extremely tightly around crystal towers of all kinds, all stones and gemstones and crystals of all colors, you have to visualize your roots tightly wrapped up around such pillars of crystals in the center of the mother earth. And that is something that really helps you stay grounded and anchors the energies into your practical life. You have to be very present in the here and now throughout this month. Like I said, don't get daydreamy and lost in imagination, and be present here and now. You have to also be grounded, as in be practical. Like I said, trust actions, consistent actions, more than just words. So if a person shows up and you'll say, yeah, he took the action, did he now? Is he a knight of wands who just will come, love bomb you, and then disappear again? So the word consistency is extremely important. You will be working on building your stability at this time. Another exercise for easy grounding is 10 to 15 minutes barefoot, on grass, sand, any kind of. I'm barefoot pretty much all day long, except when I go out, when I have to wear footwear. I'm all the time barefoot, because otherwise I wouldn't, I don't know, I would have just floated away. So, the first and foremost attention is being brought to your root chakra. Okay, so lower back ache, leg ache, your feet might be aching, your knees, if you're resistant to change, you might get extreme amount of physical pain in these regions. Throat chakra has been coming up for now for quite some time. um Again, it is connected, like this is 29, this is 29, blue. Though this is the throat chakra, it is connected to your heart chakra, and they are saying breathe before you speak, so that you think, don't react, take some time and be a better listener than just speaking for an argument's sake, or to reply, or you know and make your speech coming from love. Uh, Love is not always romantic. Love means we are having this discussion to come on the same page, not to prove I was right or you were right or who won. When that is the attitude, no one wins. When the attitude is to come to the same page, there will be a natural flow in the communication. So, there might be mucus coming up for a lot of people, coughs, sore throat, throat pains, there might be ear issues, that might be coming up. So keep your throat chakra cleared. Go to Divine White Light. She has Reiki, healing, and beautiful music. She's amazing. Her channel is so effective. Before sleeping and before you start your day, while you're brushing, whatever, just play it. You don't even have to stop and just keep listening or watching her videos. She's amazing. I've been saying this for years. All right, and like I said, yes, your third eye and your crown chakra will also be going through an activation towards the middle of this month. They are going to also be connected to your root chakra to bring you balance, stability, a kind of security, balance. But you need to be, again, it's twice it's already come up, to be present and aware in the here and now. Your attention you should not be distracted, digressing, diverting, being all confusing. No, stay in the ground realities, and there will be very divinely guided connections that might be coming your way. So you might find your sinus needs to be clearing, so you might find your sinus issues coming up. All right, migraine for some people who are very, very closed third eye, those who do not pay attention to their intuition, might be going through a lot of severe clearing of the third eye. There will be a magnetic pressure for those of you, so pay attention. Again, I did tell you heart chakra. Okay, there will be some completions of relationships or situations, equations. I'm going to make a video about why I keep referring to the things as equations. But even if you are ending things, be it in business, as a business partner, you are resigning from somewhere, or you're breaking up with someone, or you're divorcing someone, come from a place of compassion. You don't have to make it ugly. It can be a very conscious uncoupling kind of a situation. Have empathy and accept that, well, this is who they are. You had expectations and you had a certain reading of that person. Maybe the person changed, maybe you changed and they could not keep up, maybe you just had a misreading on that person or the situation. So, but throughout this month, but especially during the middle of this month, you're being asked to take in green light and pink light into your upper heart chakra and be extremely caring, empathetic, gentle, loving, compassionate towards everyone, including your own self at this time. So, if you have made mistakes, if you misjudged a situation, if you knew you shouldn't have gone back to the F boy but you did, forgive yourself. And then, like, okay, obviously it's the Leo season, so your solar plexus, okay, in love, a lot of people are going to be given a choice. You are being given an option, some of you. What do you want? Do you want to be with your soulmate or your twin flame, or do you not want to be with them? Do you have the courage that will require you to accept the changes that will come? If you want a new chapter or a new life for yourself, the old one has to die. You have to let it go, right? You will require willpower to bring about changes, a lot of your courage, because if you are missing someone, you have realized it, you are being given the choice, yes, but you will also have to show your courage, act on the intuition, communicate your thoughts, come at it from love. If you're ending it with someone to be with someone else, communicate honestly, compassionately, and you will need a lot of willpower to withstand the changes. So those are your chakra messages. There comes the message that balance work with play, keep your heart chakra open and healthy. Your solar plexus, this choice is also connected with a very important life lesson. It's about self mastery. So if you are someone who just keeps saying, oh my god, when will I get to live, or why am I always the victim, why am I always in this situation, oh god, why does this keep happening to me, why me, why me, why me, you're not paying attention to your lesson. I know someone very, very close to me who is permanently in a victim mentality. And then there's another one who's in a martyr mentality all the time. And then they keep talking about how miserable they are. Well, duh. When the universe is sending you someone or something that is meant for you, but you just want to keep whining and not taking the challenges, learning the lessons, bringing the change, having the courage to make a choice. Come on, your lessons are tied in, and depending on what you choose, well, that's what you'll be experiencing over the next many years. This is a very significant time period. Soul healing is going on. That's why the message that meditate, breathe, you need to listen to what your higher self is guiding you at this time. You are being given spiritual gifts, you are being presented an opportunity to reclaim your own power. Don't allow people and situations and something from the past control you like a puppet. Take your power back. If someone doesn't have to live with the consequences, you do. You have every right to make your decisions towards that which brings you peace and happiness. Alright, So there will be an overall healing with soul healing, self mastery, and holistic health. This is going to be a very, very significant month, or whenever this starts off for you, that time period is going to be extremely significant. You might find a whole bunch of things in your life changing. It might feel like a tower moment, but like a positive tower moment. So if you are not leaving your cage and someone comes and pulls you out of the cage, and then you're wailing and you're trying to grab on and you still want to stay shackled, and then suddenly when you calm down you realize, oh my god, I'm free. It's that kind of situations might come up this month. And like I already said, back aches might be something that's going on, which is why I'm having to shift onto a table and chair, because when I sit for very long or do too many readings sitting down there, because there's no backrest, and I'm quite used to sitting very straight, I get kind of a thing in my lower back. And of course there are a lot of energy imprints and cords that come. All right. And oh my god, this month there is going to be very important significant communication. So you really need to open your throat chakra and find the confidence to speak your truth, because this might be life altering for some of you, and you do need to find the courage to stand up for yourself. It has definitely come under the choices card, right? So even your holistic health is completely dependent on your heart chakra. For example, if I was to give examples through your physical body, if your heart is blocked, like blocked, and you haven't gone for your bypass or your medicine for your heart blockage, well, how long do you think you're going to live? It might start as a stroke or angina attacks, but then sooner or later, once your heart stops beating, then you're on a wait list for a heart transplant, for those who believe in that, or else you're dead, right? So it is quite connected to your heart chakra. What kind of life are you going to be living, and your heart really needs you to breathe, to be joyful, to be giving, and to receive. Give and take both bring a heart chakra expansion. It gives the ability, the gift to another person to learn to receive with joy and love and gratitude. It balances out scales. All right. So the intuition that you will be receiving is directly from your higher self and your soul. So please do watch your zodiac sign readings as well whenever they are posted, and so that you don't miss out, please do hit the notification bell and select all, so that you get the notification and you can watch whatever is relevant for you. Speaking assertively, standing up for yourself, communicating honestly and clearly is one of the main lessons that are going to come up. You might be tested, some of you might be tested on it, and others will begin this process. And you need to make time for having a downtime, for chilling, for playing, for indulging in your hobbies or things that bring you pleasure and happiness. So that is going to be extremely crucial. The month begins with that. So I'm just going to keep this aside in case I need to refer to them. And we are going to now see if we can pinpoint some important, significant incidents that will play out for the collective this month of August 2021. I'm just checking. Yes, the red button is there, and yes, my volume is working. So for the collective, significant events or incidents that might be coming up during this month of August 2021, or whenever this phase starts for the viewer. Even after few years, if you come across a video of mine and it comes up in the news feed, please click on it. Okay, it is not by chance, it has a message. It will bring you clarity about some situation in your life, because that's the intention I set whenever I do any video or reading. Might as well. Alright, bottom of the deck is destiny. Destiny is playing a very important part at this time. So instead of getting hung up on, I want that particular person, I want that particular work, job, profession, I want that particular house, don't get hung up. Ask and pray and manifest. Use your tools to request that you align with that what is highest and best for you, that what is meant for you. All right, so what that does is your spirit team, your ancestors or your angels, your guardian angels, your masters, all of them, whoever you believe in, your god, your goddess, they can bring to you that which is meant for you. You'll say, if it is meant for me, well, it can come regardless. No, because you are constantly asking for something else. You're, even if it's right here, you are looking the other way. It will not align with you, it will pass you by. And for a lot of people, they ran out of time a few months back. They lost the last opportunity that was presented to them. They missed many opportunities. It's kind of sad. Three more cards, Spirit. So now these significant events or incidents, again, I might be saying it from the perspective, for example, of a relationship, but for you it might be in the area of your career or some other relationship, like a friend, a neighbor, a relative, right? So you'll have to wait and see how it plays out. So the first incident we are talking about, and if I feel the need to go into more detail, I'll pull out more cards, is there is a sense of despondence or dejection. You might be purging, you might be going through a tower moment, you might be going through the dark night of the soul. And oh, all right, the reason you are extremely upset is because you have been focusing on manifesting love to come into your life. And the message I am getting is, not only do you need to clear your third eye, but also your root chakra and your sacral chakra. All right, so of course there is one of the simplest ways is using candles. whenever the this new moon is 8th, right? So on 8th, light on the previous night, so that is 7th, light a black candle to remove all obstacles, delays, or any blockages, any kind of psychic attacks that might be keeping you from fruition of your manifestation. Release all that needs to be released again, what you might have done on the full moon. Do that exercise again, and then, especially because it's the Lion's Gate, all right, first light a white candle of love, peace, and gratitude, and then light a purple or indigo candle, light a orange candle, and light a red candle. For stronger measure, light a green candle, because that represents the heart chakra. So focus on that. You are feeling, if this is about a brand new opportunity, which is about work, all you have to do is add on yellow and maybe a golden one, any color that you personally associate with prosperity. For me, be it love or money, it's always a green candle. So any additional message with this despondence, magician, and ace of cup? Right, so the old cycle is now coming to an end. So heal your heart chakra, let go of the past grief and pain and resentments, do your forgiveness exercise. The moon, of course, so strong emotions. So are you going to let the darkness in you win? Are you going to let the light in you win? Throat chakra again is coming up. And then comes the Four of Coins. If you are someone who is protecting, be it your money or your heart, you have to now open your heart, become very, very generous. Allow things to happen, and you might go through a purging, crying for a couple of days or nights or something, and you will release this whole despondence which is keeping you stuck, because the time has come for you to move on from that energy. All right, so the next incident we are talking about is service. What I'm seeing here is you might have a family member or an elder person who is ill, who is hospitalized. You might have to take care of them at this time. All right, even if there's not someone in your near and dear ones that is ill, if you could do any act of service, volunteer time at an old age home, or make bandages for the sick, make blankets for the soldiers, volunteer time at an orphanage, read out to the blind or something, whatever you're drawn to. And someone will ask, can I do for animals at this time? I think it's specifically what in Punjabi they call seva. And the more you do things to humble yourself from an act of service for humans, it's about washing off your bad karma and receiving blessings. All right, and do this because you're going to receive a lot of good blessings and good karma for that. Please be careful, again and again I'm warning you, of getting lost in confusion, daydreams, and illusions. Building castles in the air. For some of you, the next significant event that is going to happen is you might be receiving a kind of very grounded offer. If this is a businessman, um, who's very who's doing really well, is prosperous and abundant, so be it for marriage or you are being offered a job, you are being advised at this time to seriously consider it, because it is a wonderful opportunity. It will bring in a lot of stability and that sigh of relief, because you might have been stressing about money with the Four of Pentacles just before that. So you will be able to be relaxed. You are being cautioned against vanity and pride. All right, some of you might not be apologizing to someone you know deserves an apology from you. You might be surrounding yourself with people who are like sycophants, who flatter you, or who just have good things to say about you. Indulgences such as parties, raves, or alcohol, and that is not going to be good for you. There's going to be a tower moment. You're going to realize the falsehood. Here comes that tower I've been seeing throughout. You are going to be speechless when you realize what the truth is, where the actual lie was, who has caused all this conflict and created a bunch of jealousy and competition in your life. Your eye is going to be open for those of you who have been in denial, and you will have the wherewithals or the ability to cut out the nonsense, to cut those toxic people out or that situation. Weirdly, so what I am seeing is when you do that, a very, I know this is a sword card, but I'm seeing this as a very urgent message of love coming right at you. um you will have to really be very in your brain logical. Beneath the deck at this time is the devil. For some of you this might happen around second week of August, but that fake life, the facade, the mask, this month in August for sure, a lot of mask will be ripped off. If the person themselves don't do it, the universe is going to be showing people the truth about each other, about a situation, about a relationship, about the boss, about, you know how things came to light with Bill Clinton and Monica Lewinsky, or things just come out, and with Pegasus, well, who knows what's gonna come. But this is going to be very significant and heartbreaking. But you have to find your courage, you have to find your inner strength to see it to the end, to end that situation. And then after this comes the miracle. For those who clear this test, there is a miracle. All right, from a situation where you felt you were juggling, where you were not paid enough, where you felt you were always in debt, or where you your confidence was always wavering, well, now you are going, your ship is come in, and you're going to move towards your kind of people. You're going to move towards peace. You're going to leave the stormy waters behind, and those, it will be an emotional transition for sure, because you will feel like your foundation got shook up. But that's a miracle you have been praying for. It's going to lead you to your happiness, your ultimate happiness. But you will be asked to be isolated for some time, to go within yourself, to actually think and realize where your true happiness lies. All right, and you are going to get fresh new offers, job offers, love offers, one night stands, whatever you might need at this time is gonna come to you to help you. Why one night stand? Because you might just need that to make your journey across. It's a boat. Not every person who comes into your life is your home. If one is your boat taking you from one shore to the other, or a bridge, another could be a hospital where you are given 2 or 3 years for you to recover, to heal, and they are given for, it's always a give and take. They might need to balance karma with you, or you might be teaching them something else. Not every relationship or person that comes into your life is going to be your home, or where you can build your home. This is a message that has come in very strongly for someone who needs to understand this and hear this. Oh my. Okay. The trickery that you have opened your mind to, you will move on. You will be in isolation trying to heal yourself. Why? Because your heart was broken, you felt betrayed, it led to a lot of anxiety, it could have cost you your self-confidence, your self-esteem. But what's happening towards the later half of August is you rise up in your elements, more gorgeous than ever, more in control than ever, more attractive, more powerful. You're going to rise up like the phoenix, and you're going to come back to your throne and say, who's next? So, something is dissipating. Oh my god. In one of my previous readings also, I said birds might be significant. If you're someone who has been just sitting watching Netflix, or being a couch potato, you've been waiting, manifesting, clearing, healing, doing the work. There comes your King of Cups. So much love and true love. So this is not how exactly it will play out. These are specific incidents we are talking about. I would love to know a bit more about the King of Cups and the lovers. Okay. For some of you, it might be a person from the past where the cycle has not ended, and where you were feeling left out in the cold, or they were feeling left out in the cold, but this needs a closure. Tell me more about the King of Cups. You're going to get a message, and that is going to make it very clear who this person is. And yes, you will have to choose. There will be a choice. This past person who always bailed on you, or you made you feel left out in the cold, did not make you their priority, did not have time for you. They were always like, I'm busy. So go be busy elsewhere, right? Whatever. So you will have a choice between this person and this new person, and you both will have to work on the relationship to come on the same page. But there is going to be victory, clarity, and there is going to be destiny that is making a lot of this situation play out for all of us in August. And that is a lot of things coming up, and what I am noticing is a lot of reds and oranges. Of course, throat chakra is there, but there is a lot of fiery energy that is coming towards us this month, and it's going to make us deeply passionate and happy. I'm just going to show you like how many cards have kind of come out. And you've seen how big and fat the deck is, right? So the reds, that's your base chakra. Fresh new beginning, work at it, and fresh new beginning. So wherever your stability, your foundations are concerned, there are three cards that are bringing you fresh new opportunities and chances. That's your root chakra. For your sacral, look at how many there are. So where you have been feeling lack, you have been confused, now you're being shown another opportunity, another direction, another path you can take to free yourself from the addictions, the shackle, the toxic, the addictions. Also, you're being asked to do things of service to clear out your negative karma or this toxicity that has come from, maybe you were in your ego too much, maybe you were someone who was very self-centered and selfish and not at all unconditional, and you need to clear that. You need to be more humble, and energy is being sent to you. A lot of you will feel the kundalini energy this month as well, and you're going to be manifesting. But kundalini with sacral chakra, then there's miracles, and you will be dissipating the energy of your heartache. Yes, there will be tower moments. Old needs to collapse because you have been stubborn. The universe gave you chances after chances and you didn't take it. Some of you might go through a period of isolating yourself, withdrawing from everyone else, withdrawing from social media, so that you can go inward, heal yourself, listen to the wisdom that is being sent down, and it is leading you to the 10 of Cups, emotional fulfillment, and all kinds of happiness. So your heart needs to mend from the trickery, but the time has come. And you need to open your heart chakra now, and there are going to be a lot of messages coming your way. There are 3 princesses, so they might not be that gorgeous or amazing offers, but they are passionate, they are grounded, and they are, well, clear, honest. You might have to look into situations, research a bit at this time to find out the true from the false. For the third eye, there is bringing in intuition about who this love is. Now, a lot of you might be getting messages, dreams from the person who's supposed to come to you in the future. And if you keep thinking with words of doubt and keep saying, I wish, I hope, maybe, might be, you are creating blockages. Think of them, speak of them as if they are here and now, right? So love is being brought. You intuitively will be knowing who is lying to you, who's betraying or stealing from you, cheating or whatever. The illusions are going to be removed. There might be 2 people with coming up with proposal. One might be a water sign or very emotional, one might be very practical, a business person. So whatever your priority aligns with, I suggest take time to study the situation. Don't be in a hurry to just get into the first relationship that comes your way. Get out of your ego, this competition, gossip, listening to people, always caring about what people think about you, public opinion. Oh my god. If you have felt rejected or out in the cold or facing financial issues, well, with the moon cycle or this moon cycle coming up on the 8th, that cycle ideally should change if you have learned your lessons, and there will be clarity. There might be sharp words exchanged with people, so be a little careful with that. All right, you're going to move towards better times and calmer waters. There is um, someone very attractive in your life who's going to be a love partner, or they might think of you as extremely hot and gorgeous and attractive. There's a lot of happiness, success, growth, prosperity. For some of you, they are children. For a lot of you, where there's been a huge amount of stagnancy, there's going to be sudden, rapid movement happening this month. All right. So, do leave me your comments and let me know how you like. I have done this kind of a reading after many months, so the new people might not be aware about these energy reads of mine. How do you like them? What part did you really enjoy? I would love to hear all your opinions and thoughts. And if you like me, if you like the content I put up, if you like my channel, if you're a friend, if you are a family member, if you are anyone who I have ever helped, please subscribe, share, and like this video. Share your love with me. Drop me a heart in the comment section. Leaving you with so much love. Oh, and I almost forgot. The winner of the zodiac sign readings, the zodiac sign who is going to get a bonus reading is Capricorn. Congratulations, Capricorn. If the rest of the zodiacs would also like to receive a bonus reading next month, come on, now is the chance. Whenever I start uploading, please share your zodiac signs reading everywhere with your friends, family, on WhatsApp, Twitter, Instagram, everywhere. And the ones who get the most views, likes, and comments, they will receive a bonus reading for me towards August end. So, lots of love, lots of light. Don't forget to subscribe to the Red Cord Tarot.